So the last time we have a PWF equal to A plus BQ. A is this whole number and B is this whole number. Okay, and for a certain n, so we have to decide a certain n. Okay, so we can pump intercurve, we can make part intercurve to get an A, and then make assumption of a n, so we can have the B. Okay, so the n by using a certain n, we have a and B. Okay, so if we talk about that one is because of the n. Now we talk about the stroke. So if you now if you have a certain s stroke length, what is the combination of the what is the equation actually? So the equation become something like this. We plug into the number the equation 41, so we have the whole thing. Now we end up with having v square, so this one is the same a, and this whole thing is c, so it's become PWF equal to a plus cq square for a certain s. Okay, this is for a certain s. So where is a is the same as the first equation, and then c is this long, the whole thing with a certain s. And then pump intercurve can be construct, and then to get an A, and then we assume a stroke length, the S, the length of the what you call it, chamber, the barrel, the pump barrel. So we end up with having a certain C. So we will be able to make the pump intercurve. Okay. So now we, after we have this, everything is set up. So we want to make sure that our design will not exceed the capability of the what you call it, maximum road stress. Okay, so it will not broken the rod. Okay, so so the rod itself has the allowable road stress. We call it tau A. So has to be lower than tau A. So what is the maximum stress is this number, has to be lower than tau A. Okay, this is maximum stress. Remember that maximum stress. Okay, because it's allowable. This is the what you call it, the capability of the rod itself. So if we rearrange, PPRL has to be lower than tau A multiplied by the area of the top rod. Okay, so if we PPRL is the long equation here, which is we have this whole equation, and then if we rearrange everything, okay, going to the right, this equation going to the right, and this equation in here going here, so we end up with having this whole equation is larger than this whole equation become minus. So we rearrange from here to here. After we rearrange again, okay, so we have this equation, and finally we have an Sn equation. So an Sn has to be larger than this number. Okay, so you have to calculate this number, and you have to see your Sn that you have in here. Okay, okay, this is the one that install the equipment. This is the param, like the weight of the rod, surface factor is the equipment weight of the rod, C over P, which is the one that you set up on the surface. This one is belong to the rod again. So this one actually is the equipment, and this one that we we design. So if it's one has to be larger than this value, means we are fine. Okay, yeah? And then this is the procedure to uh, do the what you call it, design of the uh, Sakharotam. So we will go through it by one, and what is in the bottom, and this is the example that we have in here. So I would like you to start making this exercise. So please understand everything around here, and this is the problem that you have. So it's the same as this one. This one. So this one is the problem. So it's the same as this one. So this is the procedure, which is the same as this one, but I guess it's readable. Okay. Read this one by one. So you start to do this one, and then by the end of the class, please take a picture where you are stand. Probably you only reach a certain, probably you will reach it at a certain here probably. So probably you just make this plot, okay, by hand. Everything is by hand. Okay, so do the calculation here and do the calculation here until let's see, until number 4, and do this line, and then continue number 4. Let's see. Okay, until number 6. So we will continue day 3 with conventional. I guess I'm sorry, it's not. So do as much as you can. This is probably the better. Do as much as you can, and then take a picture, and then submit it to me as part of the your attendance. So I will see it. How far have you reached this one? Okay. So try to read everything here, and try to read everything here. I will give you also this much better readable table. Okay. So try, please understand everything, and then if you have any question, just ask. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.